Hello, dear people from YouTube from a not too distant future. Insane Monster here, once again on Warcraft 3 Re Reforged. In this Let's Dev, we are going to continue terraining. And this time it's going to be more natural design, because as you can remember, in the last Let's Dev, we have been finishing the portal, finishing the dragons, and all the orcish architecture. So yeah, we might add some kind of orcish detail here and there, but now we need to bridge the gap between the natural landscape of the cliffs and the orcish landscape in order to keep the two tied together, okay? So let's terrain and let's add a very large amount of rocks. So let's go. Rocks. Rock and roll, the Marine would say. If this was Warcraft, we would call this rock and roll. Let's rock. You know, I will give you a little bit of wisdom now, and it is good terraining is when it is not noticeable. If you put a lot of doodads and players don't notice the amount of doodads and details, it means you've done a good job. If you think that you should put doodads there because players should notice them, you're doing it wrong. In the best game you've ever played, you are going not to notice how beautiful and rich the ambient is unless you really pay attention to it, which is something that you should not do while playing. So there's a little bit of a trick for those of you wanting to map make, and this is applicable to any game, really, not only Warcraft 3. Even though Warcraft 3, by being an RTS, it is more complex than most other games, so of course, if you have to do something on Warcraft 3, you have to make sure it feels right, correct? I think that this feature now is bothering me. Okay, stop with this feature. I don't want to preserve object tape anymore. Thank you, Blizzard, for adding it recently. It is awesome when needed, but when not needed, it is not that awesome. Okay, so too much. Also, pillars like this, if they are completely, how can I say it, alone, like standing in the middle of nowhere, or is it something very urban, or it doesn't look right? Can I find some high enough on this huge one? Yes, you are here. Perfect. Plan all together. Is there anyone in the audience right now? I mean, in the audience on Twitch, but you can also write down in the comments that would like to terrain something. I mean, I should like open up some kind of community thing to terrain some stuff in the Re Reforged style and see what happens if there is someone who is willing to terrain something, like putting details on a layout that I've done. I would be curious if there is someone interested in this. It would be a nice experience. Okay, so you not, sir. Too bad. Okay. Okay, very well. My neck hurt. Hook up with a lot of pain in the neck. That rock looks like a face. This one? You mean hi mouth? Hello, Art of Caustic. Welcome to the chat. First time chatter. I'm happy to see so many new faces. Okay. Also something on the other side, probably. Even though it is a bit less visible. Oh. Neo is too kind. I think I recognize you from your stream. Yeah, Art of Caustic, I saw it. Now, I have to say that, of course, Neo streams are going to be much more exciting to see me than seeing me dev. Like, how much exciting can the work of one person be? I really like the review that Neo left me on his channel. Ah, good. This is better. Not the same, otherwise it looks repeated. Yeah. All my people is basically falling asleep. Hey chat, are you sleeping? Leave a comment on YouTube if you're sleeping, dear people from the future. We are here. I need some coffee. It's music and rocks. What else could you ever ask for? We are art as rocks. Now this could be misinterpreted, Grim, into something very different. Rock coffee. Hard rock coffee. Very well. Here, some plants could be cool. It's winter bush. Oh my god, this is huge. Like, you can see it's actually a tree. The winter bush is a tree. Not really an Easter egg, more of secret. There is Locolar, I mean the Ice Lord, how the fuck is it called? It's character from WoW, and you have to do some things to unlock it. We're very locked in. I always forget the names of all of these characters from WoW. I mean, I think that dividing World of Warcraft into two factions was the worst decision they could have ever taken. Like, they started with two factions in the first game, Warcraft 1, and then they get rid of the two factions in the third game to introduce 4 of them. And why the Night Elf maybe are less... I mean, I love the Night Elf as a faction, maybe they are the less interesting one in the grand scheme of things. But getting rid of everything to turn to orcs and humans seems so dumb. I mean, I never understood this, and I never will. Like, you are going back. And the thing that was probably done in order to reduce the amount of expenses that were needed. Yes, but the Night Elf are very isolated from everyone else, so they are basically a world on their own. It was done very early on. I remember when I bought the Frozen Throne CD, I was very young. My father actually bought it, and I found the trailer of World of Warcraft inside, and I thought, oh, that's cool. And then I understood it was something online, not a real-time strategy, and I say, nah, that's an hard pass for me. At that age, I was more into games like Hearts of Iron, Europa Universalis, SimCity, and if you want to go RPG, I was into Neverwinter Nights, Mass Effect, and Dragon Age. No, I am an engineer. I have a PhD in artificial intelligence. Machine learning, actually, but if I say artificial intelligence, everybody understands it. I didn't play the Age of Mythology games, but I played the Age of Empires game since I was very, very young. I started playing real-time strategy games when I was 4 years old, sorry. Are you interested? Yes, but I don't have time to play games. Like, I have Baldur's Gate, I played it quite a bit, but I never finished the run, and not even reached Act 3. And I don't know if I will ever have time. Like, all of my free time is devoted to this, because I do multiple jobs. Anyway, Art of Caustic, no, I don't have a background in art. But I like a lot beautiful things, so I know how to dance. I know sort of how to draw and how to make 3D models. Even though it's not my area of expertise, I'm more of a coder. I am an engineer. And I teach computer science. Yes, Mass Effect Dragon Age, they are very good, I agree. Also The Witcher 2 has a very good story. I think The Witcher 2, its political level, it's unmatched. And then we have the Neverwinter Nights game, which I honestly loved, even though it was only the Hordes of the Underdark, it was really awesome. I loved the first original Neverwinter campaign because I was very young and was my first experience with D&D. So. Oh, okay, you are a little bit younger than me. Hello, Dagran, welcome! Mr. Dagran. Now, don't expect me to mimic all the emoji, because some emoji will be hard to mimic, like one like this. Like I say to my friends, I cannot make stickers and memes of myself. I use Photoshop to make memes of my friends, but if they want to make memes of me, they have to be the ones doing them, so. It's like Terminator, I cannot auto-terminate myself, and so I cannot auto-meme myself. Let me save, suppose the computer shuts down. Oh, Dagran, you really want me to drink, but now it's no longer 40 Celsius degree outside, so. Cheers! Yeah, the names are done using 32 bits, so you can number them from 0 to 2 power 32 minus 1. Let's see. Yeah. Does this rock have a soul? I don't know. If I have to make a rock named Wilson, it's better that I put some kind of castaway guy near to it on some kind of desert island. But that was a ball. Yeah. Who would ever do this if it wasn't an insane person? You expect a sane person to do something like this, right? Sanities for the weak? Who gets the citation? I have more like cross me or die and die. On alert, brother. The enemy must be nearby. Follow my lead. Something here down. Yes. Yeah, because the game will immediately the game will adjust the height on top of destructibles, but it does not do so in the editor, so it looks in the middle. Death to the fourth emperor. You wrote it wrong. It's not emperor. It is emperor. Death to the false emperor. Death to the foul warriors of chaos. You hear me? To the end of the earth. It was the end of the earth. Trust me. I have heard that sentence too many times. All of the sentences in Warcraft 3, at least of the campaigns I have redone, I've heard them hundreds of times. Because I had to make the cinematics. It was like again and again and again and again. It's someone called Slanesh. Damn, you're ugly. This entire mountain must be purged. What? How can you even consider that? There's got to be some other way. As your future king, I order you to purge this city. You are not my king yet. And I will not obey that command even if you were. Let's consider this an act of treason. Treason? Have you lost your mind, Artus? Am I? You, Artus, is only doing what he believes is right. His passion will be something. Yeah. I mean, it's easier to voice act if you already have a professional voice actor that have done that and you can imitate the tone. But imagine giving it a tone to begin with. I mean, that's very hard. Very, very hard. Like, I did so for Italian translation of Marwyn, if I remember correctly, but it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Also, I dislike my voice so much. But really, really so much. Because my voice, I don't know, I'm used to hear it less... more deep, I mean, deeper. Oh, Tronkamiko, thank you for the sub. It's very, very appreciated.
Thromka.
Turn back, mortal. Turn away before it is late. Yeah, together with Dawn of War. I mean, Dawn of War is also... Warcraft 3 is fun and very well done, but Dawn of War has this thing that is also very dystopic. It's like an open mind is like a fortress which is gate unguarded, unbarred. I mean, this is not an easy sentence to digest. Let's hope so. I've heard the voices, and the Space Marine doesn't even sound like they have a mask, which is a very huge mistake. I mean, about Dawn of War. Art of Caustic. Are you playing the campaign? Probably much nostalgia. Remember that the founding of Durotar blew my mind. I have a theory about the founding of Durotar. The founding of Durotar is actually incredibly boring. Okay, this is my theory, my gameplay assessment. But it comes at the end of a long sequences of RTS campaigns. So it is like that fresh thing that really clicks with you. Because it is still comfortable, you are in your environment, but you're doing something different. I think if the entire game was like that, it would be incredibly boring. Because it's a lot grindy. Space Marine Squad deployed. March. You know that our community member, Outsider Z, is working on Dawn of War 4. He's one of the developers. He's the game designer there. You know, the preserve object function is useful in many cases when you have to copy paste the same stuff over and over. But to do the rocks, I'm so used of doing them this way that I feel like strange because now I'm talking with you and I'm not thinking. Basically, there is zero thought process put into placing these rocks. It's all done automatically, okay, by my mind. And so all the actions are automatic. Everyone did, but my theory is that the reason why everyone loved it is because it was different from the rest of the campaigns. Try replaying it as much as the campaigns and tell me if you don't find it boring. Because I think that it is boring. Not because it's bad design, because it's grindy, okay? And so when stuff is grindy, it's usually boring. I can't stand grindy games. More PG too. Yeah, exactly. I hope you understand the point. If in an RPG, at one point it's niche and there is a different type of gameplay, you are, whoa, cool, you can do this in this game. And the same with the RTS. But if the game is like that, the game is boring. And I think this is something a lot of people is not really understanding. Especially those in position of power. If I have to remake the Rexel campaign, I would have to think about something that makes each mission unique. But the exact structure of the campaign's dialogue makes it nearly impossible. Like, I would have to invent things out of thin air, because most things are just fetch quests, just like you're saying. Yes, dozens of quests with zero story on them. I remember being extremely bored also when I was young by doing all the secondary quests and really wanting to see the story bits, for that were interesting. Well, this is what I do here. I mean, invent new mechanics that make it fresh without changing it too much that it doesn't feel the same. And for example, Fulgrim, what are you referring to? I'm curious to hear ideas, even though I'm not going to work on it for a lot of time. Me too, Lucas, me too. Yeah, but I'm curious. You say you would add new mechanics, so I will be curious to know what you would add or think to add. It doesn't have to be good. I want just to hear your opinion. And you can tell me to add something which is very bad, and I do not care. Yes, of course, because it has to respect the quest, the dialogue, and everything. Yes, and just add the tower defense like this. I mean, there is no mention of it in the quests. So, like, what are we doing? One thing that I will do probably is to create a different system for respawning enemies. I will probably make camps which can be destroyed, but they require a lot of effort to be destroyed. which will respawn enemies in time. But if you destroy them, enemies don't respawn, and then the orcs will settle that area, for example. And you see an orc settlement where you can buy and sell stuff there, and maybe some kind of fast travel system to these camps. This is something that I will do probably. The first thing that crossed my mind, at least. I mean, the music, it was so cool. That I reused it in the prologue campaign a lot. I really loved it. What was your idea? Have I mentioned it, or are you going to write me now your idea? Well, there goes my idea. Good day, Mr. Flynn. Flynn, I've seen you defending my honor on the comment section of the last video of Witty Warcraft. I was like, this there my little paladin defending your honor. Oh, Fogrim, you see? Great minds think alike. That's cool, like a living word, exactly out of Agasti. I'll live with Arpit, I'll become enemy with orcs. I mean, you cannot become enemy with orcs in Rexa. It's just impossible. So maybe you can create enemies between the various creep factions, but that will make them no longer creeps. Warcraft 3 has a huge problem with creeps, because creeps is only one faction. So that is a problem to do. Different packs, yeah, okay, that I understand. Like, you could train yourself into becoming a specialization of some sort. And yeah, I would like a faction system, but I have some troubles to joining it with the story without doing a lot of travel, create a lot of problems. Yeah, that too. Theoretically, wait a second. Theoretically, in the Druid mission could be a way to upgrade and build our Grimmer. Yes, we triggered. Because it isn't fitting that you decide, that Thrall decides, but you can do quests. Maybe one thing that you could do is, but the problem is that quests are linear, so you have to keep all the quests, and the more you do, also optional, the more Grimmer grows and the orcs expand. Well, yeah, you mean a boss fight for each one of them. Yeah, this is doable, even though boss fights using neutral hostile don't work very well. So again, there is another problem. One solution would be to make a player for each possible different faction of enemies, and then use them to give you resources like bounty. The problem is that in that case, you would not see the name anymore, and you will see the faction on top of it. Yes, but even if that was the case, you would not be the one deciding what gets built on Orgrimmar. It would be very lore unfriendly if Rexer decided this. Because remember, the first goal of Re Reforged is to make Warcraft 3. We work for Warcraft 3. Okay, yeah, this is possible. This is something reasonable, yeah. I mean, this is all behind the fog, like, why am I decorating this so much? Yeah, it's decorated. If someone wants to watch over the fog, it will see beautiful terrain over there too. It will see rocks. Rocks and roll. This is too similar. Okay. Oh, I'm not feeding right now. Sorry. I was watching the screen too much. I don't love to see an option for paid quests, maybe having some interesting game fairs and making you load game. Yeah. This is very complex diagram to do with the game engine that we have. Because some of the restock functionalities are a bit bugged. Well, no. You could create consequences for failing quests. You can make optional quests be failable. Of course, not main quests that will need a reload. I would also like to put some kind of macro element to it. You heard me right, so macro element. Remember me, what kind of quest do we have that we could turn into something which is a bit of a mixture between micro and macro? Like a macro with different resources mechanic. Also, I would love to have more research mechanic in that. Like, resources should be used. Maybe we could have two different resources. One is gold, and the other one is like reputation point, which you can use to buy some stuff from merchants. Like, you can have orcs joining your fight, like units. Mercenaries. I see what you did here. Maybe, yeah. Maybe they will fit what I need. Who knows why. Yes, but there's also Re Reforged. Like, optional quests should be failable, okay? If you reload when you fail an optional quest, then that's a problem of me. If you're forced to reload. If you reload because you think that it's a shame, then it's on you, not on me. Okay. I want to add now, I think this part is rocky enough. Let's add some of these winter bushes. Well, that's doable too, yeah. That requires new voice acting. I dislike new voice acting. New voice acting is bad. No, Rajam, you don't understand. The problem with new voice acting is that I have to translate it in like 10 languages. So this is very expensive. You don't understand. You cannot do it on the languages. No. No figuring, this is not polished enough. If I do something, I add voice acting. You know how it works. You know me very well. Okay. I see nice ideas here anyway, so I like all of these proposals. They do make sense. So I guess we can play with this kind of concept for Rexa when time comes. No, not nice looking. The green bot on the left? What? In theory, yes, Legion. In theory, yes. Ah, this one! Say hello to your little friend, Arthur Caustic. Sorry, I've not seen it. Okay. You want the tick? Yeah. We have plans to make it very, very cool. I am evil. Evil Archimont. We all love Lord Archimont. He's our best buddy. When I was a child, I really loved Lord Archimont. Was one of my favorite characters in the game. Okay, so go with some more here. Now it's time to add some snow. Jon Snow now, not that snow. Those are simple dragons. I don't want to use dragon riders. I'm sorry, because in Warcraft 2 there are no dragon riders, just dragons. So this, but they are special. Okay, they have different skins. They are designed to look subjugated. Okay, so it's now time for the cliff. For the cliffhanger. So now I think this could be useful. Yeah, thank Mr. Ogreman for his amazing work. Dragon Handlers. If you say handler, to me this means it's a pointer like in C. What do you mean? Maybe here. That seems a very complex mechanic for Grim, since they are programmed to attack in waves. So no, I'm not going to introduce something like this. Something like this is better for a micro mission with a boss fight. Also, it's not specified how they are controlled, but I doubt they are controlled by orcs, like hitting them with rocks. It depends. The answer is loading the map performance a lot, but it's not so relevant. In-game performance depends on how many you see at once. Like, if you have a view of everything at once, that is going to affect it quite a lot. But if you pan camera correctly and do cinematics correctly, not so much. I usually have around 100-120 FPS on my computer on all Re Reforged maps. Of course, they are more intensive than classic or melee maps, but I can tell you that it's not that a problem. If you spam them all in one place and then look at it, altogether, yes, they impact a lot. But this is on you that are a bad designer. It's your fault then, not the game. Rotate, please. Yeah, and the game is not very well specified, I think. I think that doing the Imagine Race of Magic, binding them, it is better as an explanation than having an orc actually controlling them manually. We have others. Eclipse. Bad looking. Words. Hello, boy. We have a lot of models. I remember when I started, basically I had no models except some that I made on my own. And then Mr. Ogreman joined and it changed everything forever, because basically at that point I had all the resources of studio at my disposal. And so we started making stuff cooler and better, always following the principle that it should not be for the sake of adding new models. Like, new models for the sake of new models, this is not the Re Reforged style. Yeah, I saw you message me on Discord, but I was quite busy. I will give it to you when I have time. Probably tomorrow. You have been not available for a long while, February. That high health lieutenant needs some care. Okay, yeah, that's the look I want. I have a method. Usually my method is first I make the general terrain layout, then I decide on the gameplay while I make the terrain layout, then I decorate everything, and then I place units and do triggers. In this map, I did the opposite because I wanted to do the dotting part, the detailing part with you, and so I decided to basically first put units and a large amount of triggers and gameplay, and then add the doodads. But usually I think everything while I do it. There's not too much planning. Also, the fact that I decide on my own is a very huge perk. Like, I can decide what to do. I am the boss of myself, so. Yeah, more things on our plate. You don't really want to roll over, right? Now this looks bad. Oh. Are you surprised, Art of Caustic? I mean, surprised by to look at the development process. The fact you couldn't use the installer was on you, I guess, because everyone else was able to use the installer without any issue. Oh, this tower here. This needs some rocks. Some people told me that in the campaign of the orcs, okay, not Recta, the one that come after this. They don't like the fact that Grom attacks without any notice. They would like some kind of timer or notification in game to know when Groms is about to attack to prepare themselves. What do you think about this? No. Okay. Grim is very categorical in this answer. No. Yes, no, I don't mean the first attack. The first attack is fine. I mean for the attacks after the first. Like, you know by then that he is attacking, but you don't know when, so it's hard to prepare and organize. We are Thrall. In the next campaign, we are Thrall, technically speaking, yes. Okay, okay. Because some people told me that they find this very annoying because it's hard to prepare. We are Legion. With your eyes, maybe. Hardcore Fulgrim. Okay, I can see that now. Maybe it's time to look at it a little bit. Right. In game, I mean. A bit. What needs revealing? Certainly. I am your servant. Someone called the doctor? Oh, this no could very well be placed on this blocks here. Yeah, I'm fixing it. My way. Run for your lives! The undead! Sound the alarm! Orcs! Captain! Walk. My guess was, yeah, to keep Nazgûl like in the prologue. People were suggesting me stuff like grunts or an ogre. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, Flynn. Oh my god, my neck, my back, my everything. Ugh. Okay, so let's see how this looks in game. Oh. Okay, so let's see. Feels quite well blended. Given this, what are the towers? Here it stopped. Yeah, the refinery is taken from CSV changed. Looks quite nice. These are the dragons. Oh, the red ray. Yeah, the portrait as well. Yeah, this is huge. Very, very huge. Wait a second, let me. Volume. There. Yeah, this the overall feeling, yeah, of the bases here on the top of these cliffs. On these cliffs here. With the melting ice. Yeah, I'm using the default zoom of the original game, okay? So the game was designed like this. Now, Blizzard added a different zoom, but I don't really like it. It also decreases the performance. You see the performance here. While we are moving, of course, it's loading more stuff, but when you're still quite high. So all of these dots are not causing problems to the game. Yes, this is the close we get. It's different, the zoom now. The zoom of Warcraft is different. It is not my doing, okay? The zoom is done that you can see more of the landscape now. Like this. Oh, I can show you more. It's not done. As you can see, these cliffs are bare bones. Some decorations here are done. This is done, you see. Other parts done here. Then here you have other parts. I'm in lab. One blood vial to create Loroca. This is a nice place, for example, here. I will add more of this. Huge waterfall here. All of this cliff needs to be decorated in the same way you've seen the others. Everything has to be decorated the same way, basically. Feel like one notch. This is the frozen river. Below tier 1 natural environment. I mean, this looks quite nice. This has to be finished here. I need to add more stuff. I will also add different types of rocks here in the greenish part, but smaller one. Actress with cheese. As you can see, there is an entire Warcraft 2, Warcraft 1 Tech 3. I mean, I would say this is a Warcraft 2 reimagined Tech 3 for Warcraft 3. The Magi, the Bone Crusher, the Raider, the Grunt. Then we have the Catapult, we have the Warlock Tower, Ogre Mound, Blacksmith, or Lumber Mill, we have Axe Thrower, and Warlocks. Yeah, this is done in the Warcraft 3 style, as is evident. It's all done with Warcraft 3 in mind. Yes, I will add critters. I was thinking of some seals, actually, as a nod to Warcraft 2. Some seals, and then, don't know, what kind of critters can we find in a frozen map like this? Like some frogs, maybe here? Don't know. Don't really think of frogs like this. There is a blighted, even bugged, little bit bugged Goblin Lab. We have our tree hero, mountain seals. Yes, but here there is water, so I can add a stag, probably. Some stags. I mean, this map should feel quite unique. I mean, all maps feel quite unique. If you think about Quel'Thalas, Andoral, Strathorn, Northrend, everything feels unique from a design perspective. Even though I think that I am improving into my style. Mountain seals. Poche di montagna. This fellow should get chaos damage. And Juros, a warlock, and then we have Mads Rigos, the Goblin Alchemist. Amazing. Yeah, it's very beautiful. Okay, I think that our doodads are looking very nice. Making the map very interesting to look at. Like, when you're playing, you don't even notice. Like, you pass through here and you see all these rocks here. You will notice this because it's impossible not to notice. But everything else you're not going to notice. Like, this stuff here is just there. Nice. Let's continue. So we can go here, continue down here. Okay. Yeah, these rocks are very small. Very nice. Okay. Already fine quiet, but been some hours that I've been talking, so I'm now starting to be tired a little bit. I have a week of work in front of me. Nice to get all these follows. Appreciate this a lot. What will be craven? Thank you, program. Have a nice night. Some water. Hey. Okay, very well. Okay. Oh. This. Rocks. Let's rock. Okay. Rocks and rocks. Yeah, so many rocks. Warcraft 3 Reforged. Now it feels not empty anymore. Always has been. The mission is rock and roll instead of black rock and roll. It's black when we have rocks. Hello, Narwhal channel. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. That would not be so bad, actually. For sure, this is a very interesting experience. 6 hours later. It's like, what are you doing, man? Dining rocks. Okay, I like it. My favorite unit? I think I have one. You can ask which is my favorite race, maybe that is a better question. Easier to answer at least. Dragons. Peasants. Doomguard. Whoa, your questions spawn people from everywhere. I don't know. The Italian race now. I love the Night Elves. My preferred race are the Night Elves. doesn't work. Maybe okay, this should work. Whoa, 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 people! What are you writing in chat? Let's avoid certain topics. Okay. Ooh, okay. Let's have a look at this one more time and then... Oh yeah, I want to do one more thing. Actually recolor this. Okay, now it'll be better colored. I can add more around. Okay. Here we are. So let me see. In game one more time. Yeah. These are the new parts we just designed. I think this looks better. Land with this part here. And we have the other part here. Oh yeah, with some stuff on them. There is no one part that feels empty here, so that's very fine. So maybe some rocks here, and then yeah, then we can move up to this final part here and close up here, and this part is done. Then this is basically all done. We need to cover this here and this here, and then we can finally move to this other part backwards here, go all around and join this here and finish this. And then all of these other parts down here too. Oh, it's going to be a lot of work actually. A lot of rocks to be placed. Yeah. I can see this, but I think the map looks quite awesome. Okay. Good. So, dear people from YouTube from a not too distant future, and dear people from Twitch right now, thank you for staying with me for this Let's Dev. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. We had a nice chat here on the Twitch chat, so people from YouTube, if you want to join our lives, you can do so on Twitch. But you remember also to like and comment under this video for the YouTube gold algorithm, and please subscribe to the channel. Finally, if you want to support the project, you can do so through PayPal, Twitch subscription, or preferred way through Patreon. Supporting the project keeps the lights on and it's giving me a reason to continue doing this because it's a lot of work, so it's very appreciated. With that said, thank you so much for to everyone being here right now and everyone from the future, and see you all on the next Let's Dev. Have a nice night.